Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome to MAB Podcast
With Talk and Chill.
So today is with me Nikolay Daffa from 10 Science 1
And yours truly, Ahmad Farhan Hamdani from 10 Science 1.
So today we will discuss about a hypothetical question, which is
What if we move to another country? But do not worry, this is not a real purpose. This is just for fun, and that is a thing for me and Nikolay to discuss about this hypothetical question. So let's start. Let's start from me, because my favorite.
wait. So you talk about the nation, but we forgot about the point first.
Oh,
we
yeah,
talk
sorry.
about the point first.
Yeah.
What is the point that you would like to score about the country?
Okay, so we would like to talk about our favorite country from four main points, which is educational and economical and job opportunities, and the one favorite thing that makes us want to go to that country. So let's start from me. So my favorite country is USA or America.
Oh, Uncle Sam, I see. So
Yeah.
the Uncle Sam, yeah, that is one of the most famous country in the world. So can you tell me what is their education standpoint and why do you want to go over there because of the education?
Okay, let's start from educational standpoint. We all know that America is a great country, the biggest country. Because every time we think about great inventions, we think of Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, and Warren Buffett, because these big personal, and they have invented like great things for humanity, and that kind of ignite a spark inside me, that which make me think that America has a great potential in its educational side. For example, Harvard University and Boston, Oxford, mainly Boston because they have created this robot dog, if you know.
Oh yeah, the robot dogs. That thing looks like a thing from sci-fi, you know.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
very futuristic. But I'm surprised people today can actually create that.
Yeah, because I'm just as amazed at you, because I have no idea how people could have managed to create such an advancements of robot from our time right now, and not in
Yeah.
the future.
Like imagine we are literally struggling with like coding and they can literally
Yeah.
create a freaking robot out of nowhere. Like, oh my god, their brain is so big. So
And-
from like digital standpoint, so as you already stated, America have very good education. So what will you do with those education? Like after you stay in the nation for a while, do you have any like intention to bring that said knowledge back to Indonesia? Like,
Yeah, of course. If I manage to move to America, and let's just hope, and I have managed to get a good university in there and get a good knowledge, I will gather as much knowledge and learn from that country and learn what makes them so great. And after that, I will return to Indonesia, and hopefully I will be able to contribute to my beloved country and become a big part of the citizens and bring bigger advancements to Indonesia.
I see. So you are the thinking to the future.
Yeah.
I see. You already planned very well. All right. So we already talked about the education, and as Farhan said, the education is very good. Now let's talk about the economy, or so we say dollar time.
Yeah. Okay. So as we know, America is like the top kings of economical. Basically, people have created these terms like dollar is king, and I have to agree with that, because dollar is has a high value in the currency market, and it can always make the country not go bankrupt, because it has such a high value. It rather than making them bankrupt, it's make them more sustainable and feed them more people and strive in this time of inflation.
Yeah, I heard about dollar a lot. So in the past, the dollar is actually pretty bad, but now it's just so powerful.
Yeah.
And, like I always hear people like business people compare to like what is rupiah in a dollar? Like if I remember correctly, it's 40k, right? 40k rupiah in $1.
Around 15,000.
Wow, 50,000.
Yeah.
In the past, like 40,000, 30,000. Now it's just 50,000. To prove that the $1 is so powerful in here. So what do you think of dollar, honestly?
So my opinion about dollar is that it will remains as the top currency because it has such a high value, and people will keep using it as an international currency because it is the most common one.
And it's very stable.
Yeah, it is very stable.
So in like economy perspective, what is your opinion on it, and do you think you can like improve Indonesia rupiah the same as dollar?
Well, no, because money changes according to its own time and the economical condition of its country. So, as a human, we cannot change what is out of our reach and out of our control.
I see. That's a very good point because most of the people are going to say, well, what if Indonesia going to have the same economy as America?
Yeah.
Well, we cannot really change
Yeah, we
that
cannot
because,
control that.
because well, economy comes from many points, and
Yeah.
America simply is way better than us in terms of like economy section. All right, so we talk about
Let's talk about job opportunities.
Oh yeah, job opportunities. So as I the like searching the internet, why is America so famous about like its job opportunity? I see like in the past there is a lot of people from example Africa or other Asia, for
Yeah.
example, come to America
Other immigrants,
for,
yeah.
for job opportunity. Why do you think America is so good at that? Why do you think so?
Well, because America has such has such made an advancements for people. They have made like brands such as Apple and Microsoft, and these big brands, this is able to create job opportunities for people because they require human power to in order to operate. For example, Apple they need to hire like advertisement and designers and people that are experts in electronical stuff, right?
Yeah, I see.
And maybe people from other countries that came from a country that is not too good, they came looking for a better life in America and became an immigrant there and decided for a better life for them, they stay there. And that's what I like about America. They have made such an advancements for people that it influence other people as well from other country and make them look for job opportunities in America.
So you say that everyone can get a job in America, like it's such a big country because there is a lot of like
Yeah.
corporate giants over there that allows people to get, for example, a job from like small jobs to big time jobs. So, what do you think of the jobs in America really? What do you think of it?
Well, I think if you have enough education and experience, you will have like a well-paid job and a high-paying ones if you are lucky. Well, not lucky if you are
Competent enough.
Yeah, competent enough if you
Because
work hard
in
enough.
America, there's not just us who looking for a job. American people is also looking for a job, and most likely they have higher education than
Yeah.
us. Yep. So then, for the job perspective, what do you want for like work in America really? What do you want to experience in America in terms
Hmm.
of like job experience?
Okay, so if I were to look for a job in another country, I would certainly check whether it is suited for me. Well, for example, I am really into like automotives and cars and that stuff, and we all know that America is a home to such great motorsports. For example, like Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, and then yeah other brand like Corvettes, and I am really into like muscle cars, and that's why I would like to dive into this motorsports world and make it my job, because if I were to pick a job, it was a job that I really enjoy.
So not only you like the job, you also want to take experience from it. I
Yeah.
see. That's a very good point. Because if we visit other country, we would like to take as much experience as we can. Alright, so to the last point of America, what is the one thing you like about the country very much?
Okay, the one thing that I love about this country is the culture. Well, people have
Negative, some negative,
yeah
positive
negative
about-
perspective and created like stereotypical about America's about bad things, bad things. But
Yeah, I understand that.
I do believe that America have great potential, and the one thing that made me like it is the car culture, and that
Mm.
America has made has actually they made their own like genre of cars, like muscle cars. Like back then, it wasn't even a thing. America invented it, and that's why I like America so much because they have this power to create something and influence other people to liking it. That's why I like America.
Yeah, I see. Like muscle cars is like so iconic
Yeah.
nowadays. Like the classic muscle car that everyone in America was like, oh my god, this car looks so cool, and
Yeah.
it's like something that no other country can actually like copy because well, it's American culture.
Yeah.
And one thing that I like about America, let's be honest, is the gun culture. Nobody in America doesn't have guns because well, the guns in America is just like you have assault rifle, pistols, and sniper, everything because well, gun shop in America is legal, unlike
Yeah,
here.
it is the land of freedom after all.
Yeah, freedom as they talk about it. Right, is that all you want to talk about America?
I think yeah, that's enough. So, if that's all from me, I would like to move on to you. What is your favorite country, Nico?
How about my favorite country? This is gonna be controversial. It's gonna be Israel.
Okay.
Yes, the Israel. So, do you have any points that you would like to talk about?
Let's start from the educational standpoint.
For
What is your
educational of
opinion?
Israel, I see. So, Israel education is normal. It's well, it's certainly above Indonesian in terms of like education, but it's not that advanced as America
Yeah.
because there is no famous university. Although the Israel have a lot of good invention, but that is more to military side, and America actually helped them in that. So for
Yeah.
education,
I say it's decent.
yeah, for education, I say season. Also, let's compare it to our like Indonesian. So in
Okay.
so in Israel, there is only 8 grade. So we only have obligation for like 12 years in Indonesia, and in Israel there's only 8. And from young age, they are actually already taught about well, Jew. Meanwhile, in here, the religion is not a priority unless you have like private school.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any question about it?
What is your opinion? Like, do you think it's bad or good for Israel to have the status of education?
For education, well, it's standard. Of course, it's standard. It's not bad. It's not good. It's standard because well, their education is more than enough. But one thing that I love about Israel is that their education is accessed by everyone, not just for example the poor, the rich,
Yeah.
because. In Indonesia, we require money to go to like school.
Yeah,
Well, except
as
you
you
are
can see.
like helped by government, of course. In Israel, you are made sure to actually follow school because education is such a very important like factor in Israel because well, it's a small country. Managing its citizens is pretty easy as well, and their education is widespread. So, like for example, you meet someone from Israel, they probably will know some things or two that you don't know.
Okay. So now that we have talked about education, let's move on to economical. As we know, Israel has a very high, powerful military power, and in order for them to have that power, where did the money come from? Well, we would like to talk about the economic.
So about the economy of Israel, they are actually pretty poor in terms of like sumber
Really?
natural resources because well, the Israel itself have a lot of import. But one thing that makes them so rich is because they invest a lot in technology. For example, the import of like for example regular material is cheap, right? Compared
Yeah.
to like a perfectly done material from Israel that can be exported anywhere. And it costs a lot of money to buy those. And that's why Israel is so rich. And in terms of like funding, Israel actually spend a lot in terms of its military, like as
Yeah.
you can see.
As we can see.
And that's why their education is not advanced, but well, it's standard. It's standard. Okay. Any question?
What do you think about the military power? Is it bad or dangerous for Israel to have that kind of power?
So Israel, from their history, is already like full of war. Why do I say that? Because from 1948 to now, the Israel have a lot of war to go through, and that's why their military power is so strong. Because everyone, and I'm talking about everyone, Jewish, and well, not the Muslim have like choice to go to the active service or not. In the military, you actually as a civilian you need to serve in the military for like 4 years or 3 years, and then you are free, or you can follow the military afterward. So from 1948 there is like Israel-Arab War, then 1967 is also the Coalition War, and then 1973 Yom Kippur War, and the recent one is of course the I'm not going to talk about that because that's so sensitive.
Let's not go there. Let's not go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I forgot to mention that Israel main money is shekel.
The currency.
Yeah, the currency of Israel. It's not that famous, but that's a good thing we talk about like shekel, because well, shekel is not that big of the money like compared to dollar, of course, but many people doesn't know that.
Yeah, the more you know.
Yeah, the more you know, the more you know. Okay, another question.
Okay, let's move on to the next point, which is job opportunities. What do you see in Israel that you want to move there? What job opportunity do you see that suited you best?
So for job opportunity, there is a lot of job you can get in Israel. Like for example, mainly if you have like a good skill in engineering, you're going to find a lot of job, because Israel depends a lot on those engineering sectors. And then for regular civilian, you are actually guaranteed to get a job. One of them is the military. So the conscription, not only that you get a job, you also get payment from the country. That's why I say that Israel is a very good job opportunity, because they actually give you a free job. And the fun fact is you can actually get another job from the home. Like for example, you are not in training for the military, you can get a job. For example, a shop owner or a courier, for example, you get the money from that and then from the training, and a year annually you got paid from the country. And for me personally, I would like to join the IDF or Israel Defense Force, because well, I love the military of the Israel, obviously.
Okay, that's really brave of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question?
Well, since I have very minimal knowledge of Israel, let's move on to the next one.
I can understand that. I can understand.
Okay, so the last point is, what is your most favorite thing about Israel? What is the one thing that makes you want to move there?
Well, I cannot help but smile about it. Obviously, it's the military, because Israel is such a strong country that they can beat a lot of nations about their like neighbors. Like it's so surprising. Like they are so small. They are like so small compared to Indonesia, for example. They are so small. They are like, if I remember correctly, Java size, and they are so small. Yet they are so advanced and they are so strong. Because in 1948, the people of Israel is already like experiencing war the moment they gain independence, same as us. And from now on, as the year progress, the Israeli civilians already used to war. That's why they are really focusing their budget on military. For example, we can talk about the Merkava tank, but I won't talk about that. And then there is also the Iron Dome, the thing that makes Israel city safe. But of course, we won't talk about that deeply because that is off topic.
Okay.
So that's why I like Israel so much, because their military is so strong and they prove themselves. They are strong. They don't need anyone to help them, and they can defend themselves. That's what I love about Israel.
Okay. So I guess from this discussion, we can conclude that, well, all of us can have a favorite country, but we cannot forget that we live in Indonesia and our beloved country, and it is our job as the younger generation for us to make the next advancements in order to grow Indonesia into a bigger country and a better one.
Yeah, that's why everyone can have a dream. For example, if you like to visit to UK, you can. As long as you remember what is your purpose there. For example, you want to like learn from the famous university and bring back the knowledge to Indonesia so you can contribute in the society and make Indonesia better. So that's all for us.
Yeah, and thank you for tuning on and in this talk and chill session.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want more content, just check out our channel.
Okay.
So thank you so much for listening,
watching.
and I'm sorry for any mistake, and my Farhan and my friend Farhan as well. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.